And so let's begin. So I want to focus on specifically, which element are you? I'm wondering if you know what that means. And let me just, okay. So I would like to give a little bit of a background of who I am, a little bit of a short intro. And this article was just launched a few months ago. And you can see the title, it says How Acupuncture Saved My Life. So it's a very personal journey for me, and it allowed me to see life in a completely different lens, and to want to actually live and thrive. Before I focused on wellness and health, I was dedicating my life to professional kitchens for 2 decades. So I was working hard and playing even harder. I didn't consider anything about taking care of my health. I had a lower back accident when I was 18, which then caused me to go in and out of hospital for many years with debilitating pain and being bedridden for quite a long period of time. I was always feeling like I didn't want to wake up the next morning. So I was living a very toxic life and a toxic mindset due to the colorful past that I had been raised in. I was very dedicated and passionate in working with food, and I worked with all kinds of individuals in all kinds of different establishments all over the world. And I thought that was my life. And I was based in London, living my dream. I was then invited to come to Thailand for a Christmas holiday, where I was still very lost, and my parents had retired here in Thailand in Koh Samui. So after 2 weeks of being here, they suggested I live out here, and I thought they were absolutely crazy. But I thought, why not? Life is about change, and they're getting older. So I'd like to be closer to them and to see a different view of life, different culture, different people, different food, different climate. So 17 years ago, 2005, I moved here, and surprised I'm still here this long. And it's been an incredible time, incredible home. And this was where I started my journey to look at my health and my wellness. I went through very rough rides, and I hit rock bottom many times with many negative beliefs about myself. But with the fact that I kept going into hospital, and I went to the physiotherapy department countless times, I was then introduced to acupuncture, specifically 5 elements. And as soon as I had the first treatment, I felt home, I felt safe, and I felt at peace. So that really opened the door for me to look at life very differently. It took a while, but gradually all my symptoms went away. And I decided to look at life on a different perspective because I felt different. I wanted to live a life, or live life actually, and explore what else is possible. So with the support of my mentor, she allowed me to see a life that I could envision for myself. She allowed me to dream, and she built up my confidence in my ability. And she was my adopted mother. And I really am just so appreciative of her efforts and her love to show me that there are good people in the world. So with that, I then just started to focus more on health. And it really gave me that sense of not wanting to give up. And from then on, I became certified 4 years ago and building up my practice here in Thailand. And I pair that with nutrition, which of course I've been surrounded in food for 20 years, and also with the wellness and life coaching to create the best versions of individuals through the 3 elements of what I offer, and to be there to show them their true selves and to shine a light on their beautiful souls. So my focus is to create awareness build conversations, offer solutions to health and wellness in your life, accelerating you and companies to achieve your personal goals of nutrition, wellness, happiness, and well-being in life. So the main focus of today is, which element are you? So I'm not sure how many of you know what that means. I'd like to give more of an insight. So when I talk about elements, they are specifically 5, which are connected to nature: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So we all are born with one main element. Which element are you? Let's see if we can find out more. So what is the purpose of knowing your element? For me, I like to understand the depth of the person, of where they've come from, the life that they're walking, and the reason that they are doing what they're doing. Why do we behave in certain ways? Why do we eat certain foods? Why do we like to be in a specific climate? Why do we react in a certain way all the time and we can't understand why? It gives me the tools to carry on that empathy to individuals, to know that they are human and they are going through tough times also. So there is kind of a checklist of what we look for in elements. So these are just a few. So I want you to take note of these. And we're going to start looking at a multiple choice of questions. So I'd love you to have, if you do have available, either a pen and paper or your phone, and just to get ready to write the multiple choice answer that you feel resonates with you. So we can identify or come to more of an understanding of what element you may be. It's going to be fun. We'll see more of an insight, hopefully, of who you truly are. Okay, so we basically look at, what is the climate that you prefer? Where do you thrive in? What emotion do you mainly carry? What color are you drawn to? What flavor of food are you more drawn to? What is the sound or tone of your voice? Have you ever paid attention to that? What is your main characteristics? And where is the environment that you thrive in most? These are deep questions, like external question that you have for life, and what is your virtue? So I would like to begin with the first question. So everybody take note. Which flavor are you most drawn to? So pick one that resonates with you most. Would it be A, sour? Would it be more of a bitter food? Would you be drawn more to sweet food? Or then D, would it be pungent like coffee, dill, kale, sesame, or prefer salty foods? So take a note of the letter and the answer, and we will find out more towards the end of the presentation. Okay, so number 2. Which climate do you most thrive in? Would it be a windy climate, or do you like more of a hot climate? Or do you prefer more humid, like in Singapore? Dry climate, maybe in Dubai? Or maybe a chilly, cold climate in Finland? What are you drawn more to? Okay, we're gonna go to number 3 when you're ready. Okay, so which environment do you most thrive in? Do you prefer having alone time? You're very content with being in your own space without anyone being around. Do you prefer to be center stage, where everyone pays attention just to you? Or do you prefer to be giving your time, supporting a cause and volunteering and nurturing? Or another option would be structured goal situations with a plan. We're going to meet this time and we're going to do this and we're going to achieve something. Or E, would it be on the spot, spontaneous experiences, no plan, go with the flow, let's see how we feel? Okay, pick one that most resonates with you. Okay, we're going to go to number 4. Which sound would best describe the tone of your voice? This might be a little bit of a difficult one, but try to tune in. And would it be shout? Or would it be laugh? So when you find someone that is constantly laughing when they're talking. Or C would be sing, like, oh, really? Oh my God, that's so nice. That's amazing. Or weep, feeling quite low in their voice and quite down-toned. Or would it be E, like a groan or a sigh? Very interesting. So I'm going to move on to number 5. Take down your answer. Which characteristic best describes you? Would you be on the mindset of create, a natural leader, assertive, and an introvert? Would you be always has something to say, a social creature, a true extrovert? Or would it be C, very clingy, likes to take care of others before yourself, and very nurturing? Or D, would it be tends to cut people off, especially when they're upset and they can actually never speak to you again, in search for meaning and needs structure in their life? Or would it be E, in search for meaning, dislike structure, analyzes why we are here, what is our purpose? Very interesting list. Which one resonates with you most? And if you have a few, then you can write a couple that resonate with you. It doesn't have to be just one. Okay, your external question. Can I assert myself? Could it be B, who am I? Could it be C, can I be content with myself? D, what is my worth? And E, can I express my power? Okay, so we're almost at the end of the questions. We've got a few more to go. How are you doing? So deep in concentration. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to go on to number 7. So which field of work would you be most drawn to? Now, these are just general professions, but it doesn't even need to be something that you're doing, but you're drawn most to. So A would be in the educational field, or a medical practitioner, or even a coach. I know there's many coaches here. Would it be B, a restaurant owner, a performer, or someone in PR and marketing? D, would it be carpenter, a gardener, or a nanny? And D would be finance, in the finance sector, a priest, a lawyer, or a surgeon, all very different from each other. Or then E, an explorer, a social worker, or a philosopher. Which one of these categories resonates for you? Okay. And tourism sector also. So we're going to move on to the next question. So select your virtue. Benevolence, desire to be good. Or would it be B, propriety, supreme controller, always needing to know what's going on, always need to be in control? Or would it be loyalty, duty to give full support? D, righteousness, conforming to a standard of what is right and good? Or then E, would it be wisdom, the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment? Which ones of these resonate with you most? Okay. So now we're going to move on to the last question. Which emotions and feelings best describe you? Would it be more on the anger and irritation? Would it be B, joy or lack of joy? Would it be C, a warrior, sympathetic, and reflective? Would it be D, grief, always focused on what is doing the right thing? Or E, would it be always mostly in fear and goes the deepest in thought? They can be so lost and they can be with you, but then go off in their own minds and lose track of what you're saying. Okay, so we're at number 9. So which element are you? So we're focusing on the 5, so the wood, the fire, the earth, the metal, the water. So they're all very different characteristics if you think about it. And I'm going to reveal now what they are. So if you picked mostly A, you would identify or drawn more to a wood element. If you pick B, it would be fire. C would be earth. D would be metal. And E would be water. Now, if you've picked several different letters, several different elements, you can be more than one. And that actually is where we ideally want to be. We want to have that balance in life of being able to be flexible in different situations in our lives. So it'd be interesting to know in the chat box if anyone wants to comment their findings, if they have any feedback. So if not, I will go back to share screen. Okay. Yeah. Fire and fire. Was it a surprise to anyone what they found? Mostly water. Any surprise there or something that they found out that was new or you knew already? Not a surprise. Okay, fire. And some are a mix. That's great. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna share the screen again. Okay, so I'm gonna go into a little bit more in depth and collect all the information that I shared just to give a more clearer understanding. So we're gonna go by wood first, which is always launched in spring. So we break down the characteristics. So the flavor you prefer is sour foods. You're drawn to that. The climate you prefer, it's windy. Environment you really prefer to be having alone time, and your sound is shout. You're a true introvert and you always love to get things done, create, a natural leader. Yeah, your external question is, can I assert myself? And the professions we mentioned, education, a medical practitioner. Emotion is anger, and you always desire to be good. Okay, fire. So we're reflecting on what was just said, just to give a refresher course. So your flavor, you're drawn to more bitter foods. You like a hot climate. You love being center stage, and you like to just laugh with every moment that you talk. You always have something to say. You're a very social creature and you're truly extrovert. Your question is, who am I? Professions we mentioned, like a restaurant owner, performer in PR and marketing. You're a supreme controller of life and in the room. If you are not, it's not something you're comfortable with. And your emotion is joy, lack of joy. And the color, of course, is red. So we go to earth. So the flavor is very sweet. You are drawn to sweet foods. Your climate you prefer is humid, and you are drawn more to an environment where you can help and you can nurture. And in your voice, you are very la la la, you sing a lot. Your characteristics, very clingy, takes care of others, like I mentioned before. Very nurturing, typical mother. External question, yeah, can I be content with myself? The virtue is loyalty, duty to give the full support. And then You are a true warrior, sympathetic and reflecting. So, okay, and then metal. Oops. So then we reflect on the list of criteria for metal. You love pungent foods like the coffee, the kale, sesame. You love a dry climate. Metal must have structured, goal-oriented situations to feel comfortable. And they have a weep sound in their voice. Characteristics, as I mentioned before, yes, they can cut you off, and they need structure, and they are always in search for meaning. External question, what is my worth? And then, as I mentioned, professions can be like in finance, a priest, lawyer and surgeon, even someone working in the military. The virtue is righteousness, conforming to a standard of what is right and good. And then the emotion is grief, always focused on doing the right thing. So, and then the water, completely opposite to metal. And they love salty food. They love cold climate. They love on the spot, spontaneous experiences, and they groan or sigh with their voice. They're in search for meaning also, and they dislike structure. Don't like it at all. Analyzes why we here, what's our purpose? And then they wonder, can I express my power? And professions, explorer, social worker, scuba diver, even philosopher in the tourism sector. Virtue is wisdom, definitely. The quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Their emotion is fear, and they go the deepest, and you can lose them even if you're sitting in front of them. So I wanted to repeat those because it was quite a lot to take in, so that you can reflect if you feel that you do resonate with any of them more. So with the information that I have given so far, there's a little bit of a challenge that I'm going to give you. And I want you to identify what the element of this person is. So I want you to put your answer in the chat box. So we're going to start. Are you ready? So who do you think the main element of Gordon Ramsay is? Anyone?
Fire.
Uh-huh. Okay. You think fire? Anybody else?
Yeah.
Anybody else? You think fire?
Mm-hmm. Fire metal maybe also. Like
Okay, interesting. Okay, so we've got fire and metal. Okay. All right, so we're going to then move on to Robin Williams. Has anyone got any idea of who Robin Williams might be?
Actor.
Huh?
Actor.
I cannot hear, sorry.
Okay, element.
I think the microphone is a little bit weak. I cannot. Okay. So guess on that. And any input on Robin Williams? Wood, metal. Okay, interesting. Okay. So we have Robin Williams. So Princess Diana, which element do you think she is? Anyone?
water.
Okay, water. Interesting. Any other thoughts? Water, uh-huh. Okay, earth, yes. Okay, any others? Okay, so let's go back. Okay. What about David Bloggins? I'm not sure if many of you know who he is. He's a phenomenal guy. He's broken so many records. Do what is needed. He's someone that has served his life basically for the military and for America. So motivated in just pushing beyond the boundaries and full of structure. So which element do you feel he is? Anyone? Metal. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, and then Let me go back. Yeah. Nelson Mandela. Any thoughts of who you think Nelson Mandela may be? Earth. Okay. Earth. Water. Earth. Okay. All right. So it can be confusing to identify what a person's element is because they can hold many traits. But it's interesting to see what you feel they may be. And Tony Robbins is one of my absolute favorite virtual mentors. He approaches life so inspiringly. What element do you think he may be? I'm sure most of you know him, like virtually. Anyone for Tony Robbins? Any ideas? Earth. Okay, interesting. Earth, fire. Okay. A good mix. I like this answer. That's pretty on point. Yes. Wood. Yeah. We're getting a mixed answer for Tony Robbins, and that's very, very interesting. I like that. Okay. And then let me go back. Oprah Winfrey. Which element do you think Oprah Winfrey would be? Any guesses? Earth. Okay. Any other guesses? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire maybe also.
Okay. So let me go back. Okay. So here are the answers of the elements that these characters hold. The main elements. They may hold elements of other elements, but their main ones are, so Gordon Ramsay is mainly wood. He's authoritative. He is able to lead a team. He's assertive. Robin Williams, for sure, fire. He holds the stage. He's comfortable with being around people. He just lights up the room as soon as he walks in. Princess Diana, very nurturing, caring, always wants to volunteer and give her time, and she thinks of others rather than herself. David Goggins is just very focused, very metal. He's all about structure, working for the Navy, the SAS, the Navy SEALs, the Army, and he just needs structure and he needs a purpose in life, and he pushes himself beyond his limitations. And then Nelson Mandela is very, very water. He's able to, he goes so deep in thought, he has a purpose in life, and he is really typically water. So the last two, I haven't put any specific color, and I wanted to represent a couple of people that really hold every single element. So Tony Robbins and Oprah Winfrey are able to really adjust and be flexible depending on the element, the situation that they're in. So they are able to be very wood when they need to be authoritative, to lead, to be able to make sure that everyone gets the work done. They're able to control the room and be the supreme controller and light up the room, and everybody will just focus on them. They're very nurturing, and especially on, when they're talking to individuals, interviewing, they become very motherly and they purely focus on them and give full empathy and understanding that they're fully present there. David Goggins, and they can be very metal when they need to be. They need to ensure that they have structure. They hire teams to ensure that they get things done. and that they achieve their goals. Water, they're able to be so flexible because spur of the moment, things can completely change, especially on live TV, and they're not fazed by it whatsoever. So they're able to just go with the flow and not be stressed or fazed by it. So this is really a good inclination of why it is ideal to hold different parts of elements so that we can adjust to different situations. So if you are really fire, but then you are in a situation, let's say with the pandemic, where you had to stay at home and you couldn't be social, this is something quite detrimental to a fire element. They need to be social and with people. It's very difficult. So they need to learn how to mold into wood so that they can be happy with their alone time. And vice versa, wood, they would rather be at home or in their own time, their own space. So if they're put in a social situation, they just don't feel comfortable. It's very stressful for them. So if they're able to get elements of the fire and learn to adapt, then this causes less stress on the body and creates more balance. And same, earth does not really want to make the decisions. So really needs the support of other elements to lead. So that's not a balanced life. So earth should be able to gain the experience of how to make and confidence on how to make the decision for themselves and to lead themselves. So getting the parts of fire and wood will really help to support them to become stronger in themselves. Metal, if you put them in a situation which is unpredictable, it's so stressful. So they should have the ability to become a little bit water and be adaptable due to their own health and their stress level, because this is something that we're going through day by day in our work. When we have structure, when we have goals, we meet on time and things happen and it creates stress, especially for metal elements. So we need to learn how to adapt and understand why things change and not let it get to us. With water, it's the same. You put them in a structured environment, it's a nightmare for them. And they just feel so overly stressed. So this is where they need to adapt and to learn how to be structured and learn how to turn up on time, etc., etc. So this is just an indication and introduction into a bit more into the elements, and see if there's anything that you feel you would like to adapt in your life. If you feel that you're one specific element and you don't feel comfortable in certain situations, is there something you'd like to change so that you go through life with more ease and that you can live your best life? So we've talked about the elements, and this is where I use this information in my practice, and it gives me a true insight into how humans approach in life and why they are the way they are. And we can go into the level of, with the elements, we have specific organs that represent the elements also. So we treat at the organ level through five element acupuncture. So when you're a specific element, let's say your wood element, you would more likely have an issue with the liver and gallbladder. It will be more under strain. So the same with fire. So fire has 4 organs that represent this element, which is the heart, the small intestine, and the 2 heart protectors. So someone that's a fire element will have more strain and stress on those organs. And then you have earth element, which is the stomach and the spleen. So you will have more stomach issues if you are earth. and then metal is the large intestine and lung. And then vice versa, you would have more issues with those organs. And then with water is the bladder and kidney. It's the soldiers of the body. And they are the ones that support our immune system. And they go under strain when you're more a water element. So it's interesting to see every angle of how the human functions and combine it with these 5 elements, because it just answers so many questions. And then I'm able to give treatment more effectively and connect with the human on a deeper level. So yeah, this is just more of an insight into elements, and it would be great to maybe have a little bit of feedback if anyone wants to unmute or share in the chat room of any thoughts that they've come up with in the presentation. Okay. No. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm trying to get to chat. Okay. Very insightful. Super fascinating. Great insight. Thank you. I may be super early though. I have around 8 minutes left, and but yeah, it'd be interesting to know your feedback. Have you learned something from this presentation so far? It would be really great to know. Great learnings. Okay. Are the elements connected to the year we are born? No, not necessarily. No. It's not true. It's a great question. Has anyone tried 5-element acupuncture? Anyone? You can put your hands up.
This is Angel.
Hi.
And when I was having fertility issues, I went to acupuncture, and my acupuncturist used this. And that's why she told me that I was fire. But it was interesting because I had some elements of also the second one, the first one, I'm sorry, the wood. And that surprised me because she treated me a lot for the fire, and eventually we did get pregnant. But I believe in acupuncture a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is really interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. There's a lot of misconception about acupuncture, and it really can support and aid the body in a way that is non-invasive. If everyone went to an acupuncturist once a week for preventative care, we would not be a sick nation, and we would be able to boost our system, because we're going through daily stresses. Our batteries are low, we're working hard, and we should take care of ourselves. And when we put the needles in the meridian points, we then regenerate the organs. It's like they've gone to a big buffet, take a big plate of food, and then they're just eating it up, and then they're just like, I'm ready for the next day. And then once the organs are rejuvenated, then they're less likely to be under strain, so that's why I'm a true believer in this, this practice. So, I was told I was fine, glad. Okay. I have done it. Okay, cool.
Ravina, I have a question.
Yes.
In many countries, acupuncturists are required to have some medical background.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe it should be the case everywhere?
I mean, when you are treating an individual medically, of course, you need to have the sufficient knowledge and education and certification and guidance to give treatment 100%. Absolutely. And it's very important that the teacher that you have, the professor, the mentor, is fully licensed and has the sufficient training themselves, and that you've also experienced treatments with them if possible. So yes. Have you experienced acupuncture before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, because you're in the health and wellness field also, as I understand.
Yes,
So
but
why have you not tried?
I practice something which is similar.
Okay.
I use tuning forks on the points of acupuncture.
Oh, okay, interesting. I've never heard of that before. Interesting. So
Yeah,
you
that's part of sound therapy. Sound therapy.
Yeah. Okay.
You can use singing bowls, you can use whatever, but you can also use tuning forks and you put them on the acupuncture points.
Okay, I was thinking of forks that you eat with. So I was,
Tuning fork.
it's like,
Tuning
sorry.
fork.
That's what I would tuning, but I think I was really thinking of what you eat with. I was like, this is a new
It is
sorry,
tuning fork.
relief. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. Yeah. I mean, I personally, visit a dear friend who is a master in her field, kinesiologist, who I've experienced many different levels of healing, but also sound healing, crystal healing, kinesiology, and pranic healing. And it blows my mind. So it's about what tool works for you, and you have to find what fits right for you and what resonates with you. So yeah. So yes, I think we're close to the end of the time. If anyone has any other feedback.
One last question. Do you consider ether as being part of the elements?
Say again?
In other ether, the ether. Can you hear me?
I've never heard of it.
Ether, yeah, write it down.
Oh, air. Okay. I mean, that's.
Not the ether.
I mean, it's.
Like the voice, yes. In other traditions, ether seems to be important. So I was curious if ether seems to be of interest or to consider it within the elements.
Sure. I mean, it's part of nature, and just trying to focus on what I've been trained in, and then I'm always open to looking at other elements. I'm respectful of everything that can help and support the body to give it balance. So absolutely, there's not one size fit all or one rule. We should be able to be flexible in our mind and be open-minded to consider everything. So yeah, it's a great question.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to then you saw the slide already, but if you're interested to connect with me on LinkedIn, that's my LinkedIn page. And all of my techniques are tried and tested before I even do or recommend. And I'm here to support a healthy, balanced life through Davina's 5-element approach. And I thank you so much for your attention and your trying out to see and play with what element you are. And I hope that you are going away a little bit wiser. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Davina. Thank you so much. Great feedback, compliments in the chat box. Such a simple delivery, but it's quite impactful actually.
Thank you.
A nice activity there. Thank you, Davina.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I've shared your Facebook link with the participants in the chat box.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Pleasure. Right. We will have a Q&A session again after the second speaker. Now, before I introduce the second speaker, a Q&A for you guys. Anybody here plays instruments or you're a musician? Anybody? Darren, me. What do you do, Darren? Play music?
I record. I mean, you have my song. I
Can you
write.
pretend that we do not know one another?
Okay. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm a drummer. I play blues. I play jazz. I mean, I play metal as well. Music is life, and I do recording. Yeah. Okay.
Session will end soon if otherwise.
Okay. Yeah.
One question for you. Do you know why Arafat always plays music at the beginning of every symposium? The question is for anybody, everybody. Why does Arafat play music at the beginning of every session?
It is charged up.
Yes, it lightens up.
Oh, nice.
It
Angel,
brings up the mood.
Yeah. Charged up, brings up the mood. Anybody to boost our energy. Nice. Good. Now let's find out about our next speaker. All right. her first question to all of us was, are you getting more empowered by music when doing your fitness? Anybody here went for a jog without listening to music? How did you feel? Bored? You just want to make a U-turn and go back home, right? But with music, did it help? Okay, Mary-Liz, you got your answers there. If you
Without music, there is no jogging.
Exactly.
Who was that?
Exactly. This is what gives
That
the
was
energy
somewhere, quote
that you want
somewhere.
to
For me,
jog.
without music, no jogging.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's the same
Samuel.
for me. Exactly the same. I'm also, the music makes me energized to keep on going. This is like the essential thing for me. But it's not for
Okay.
everybody. So some people like to listen just to the nature when they go out running. Yeah. So this is very different from person to person. But for me, definitely, I get this energy that wants to keep jogging, keep running, keep for long distance also,
Okay.
because you just get this vibe of the music, and you're almost dancing while you are jogging.
Let's learn more in today's session. Thank you, Mary-Liz.
Yes.
So let's get back to the introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Mary-Liz is a great match for you. She is an international DJ and now doing fitness coaching since 2020. Her passion is radiant music and staying fit. She'll keep you motivated in daily workout by mixing your favorite music tunes into the smashingly powerful sets of exercises. And Sunita, that includes Bhangra. I see myself as a super motivator with a joyful touch of creativity. For most people, the biggest challenge in daily workout is not the exercise itself, but rather keeping their motivation high. Mary-Liz will virtuously bring you to the next level by beautifully mixing inspiring music into highly effective workouts. So if you wish more radiance, greater shape, better mood, higher energy, plus having fun, enjoying yourself each and every time you work out, Mary-Liz is a fitness coach to be inspired by. Welcome, Mary-Liz, with the topic, staying motivated with activity in your daily life, representing Denmark. A round of applause for her, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. So just to tell a little bit also about myself, since I am a DJ that has been playing for many years, before I became a personal trainer. So that I have been doing that since I was in Denmark, and yeah, this has always been my passion, to be playing music and electronic music, to like that gives me this kind of nice energy also, move your body. And so I always been an active person since young, so it has always also interested me to do sport. So, but I didn't really think of doing it in a more professional way before recently, and that is like before the pandemic started. I kind of, I have been training like for the last 8-10 years, where I really tried, went into the, more serious part of being exercising and training for myself, like for my own health. Because when you come up past these 30 years, and you get older, and you think like, okay, you are not 25 anymore, and you want still to look good and keep your shape and your health. So I started to take this coaching, personal coaching masterclass, and to get this certificate, so I could coach for myself and I can coach for others. So this happened just before the pandemic. So I was ready to actually go out and train face to face with other people, train others to give my inspiration of how I like to train and how I like to coach. But then the pandemic happened and I couldn't really do it because we were in a lockdown and you could not do anything. So what I then did was doing the online thing. And this is like how I have been starting. So I'm completely in my personal coach. I'm in my starting phase. And this is like a new thing for me. But, it has been working out quite well with the online coaching. And this is what I'm doing now. And I am also about to take it to another level where I will train for you have my my training session with person to person in face to face. So but for
Marie-Lise,
now how it works with the online. Yes.
sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to update you that we are not able to view your video. Now we can. Now we can.
Oh,
All this while we were not able to view your
no.
videos. I just wanted to update you and alert you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's strange.
It's
Well,
working out. We
because
can see you now.
yeah.
You kept us in
Yeah,
suspense.
okay.
But we heard you well though.
Good. I will try to share also my screen here because I want to. Should I just a second here? Just a second. This is like a new. I have never tried this before, so this is. I'm trying to see if I can make that quite okay to see. So, can you see something on my screen now, or what?
Yep, we can see your
Yes?
slides. Good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Good. So anyway, this is how do you stop this start slideshow? Start. Okay, let me just see if that is okay. Good. Okay, so yes, so I started like this is my topic today to how to stay motivated and how is that not like that? Okay, so yeah, in your daily life, because we have so much, many of us are sitting down, also me included. My work is to sit down from 8 morning to 8 evening almost, yeah. So I'm sitting in front of the computer and just sitting on the same position for so many hours. And for me, it's really something that, I can feel on my body that if I don't move before or after, then my body doesn't work. It's not happy. My body is not happy. And, I feel also bad. And, so I normally always go out training every morning. Because I'm a morning person, so I function best in the early mornings. And this is what I do. I just get like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just something before I go and sit down for the whole day. Because some people, they also have the energy to do some fitness after, but for me it doesn't work like that. But that is how we are differently, and that is again with our element and stuff like Davina was talking about. So yes, so this is in that way I want to kind of also motivate other people to follow this thing of keep yourself active every day, just in one sense that it doesn't mean that you need to train for so many hours or 2 hours. Like training and being active can be also two separate things, but because you have some people have the purpose of training, for a purpose. They want to lose weight, or they want to, go to a fitness competition and stuff, or you just want to train to be well and feel good about living life and also indulge life. So, and this is how I personally, why I train. So I don't have goals to, go to competitions and stuff like that. So the thing is like it is like you have always like excuses. I don't know. For not training. This is what I typically find in the. Do you see my screen well? Like, does it have all these kind of things or anything,
Yep.
or what here up here? Does it? Oh, but how do I get this off? Oh, no. Well,
It's good.
I
It's
don't
good.
know. Is it okay? I don't know
Yes,
how I can
yes.
get it off. Yeah. Okay, anyway, so this is here. I'm writing all kind of, there is the excuses that you always tell yourself that you are not, you are not you cannot make it because you feel tired, or you are not feeling good today to do anything, and there's always like an excuse you can come up with to not being going out and working out. And so, but the thing is, that is something also you have to change in your mind, because the thing is, you can think one thing, and then because you need to say, oh, I have to go and do this exercise, and I don't want. But so in another way, you have to change that, and think, okay, what do I like to do when I go training? Is it go biking? Is it go running? Is it go for a long walk? Is it go for, can I like to, do I like to jump rope? There's many things of exercises that can be fun to do, and can have, like a more like where you get more excited to do this kind of training and fitness, instead of saying like, oh, I have to do this exercise 3 times for 4 sets or 3 rounds, and and then you feel like, oh, it's the same and the same. So I think that it's very important that you keep this training, if you like to be active and keep yourself motivated, that you also do something that is fun for you. um, since this is something that you should not get bored of. You should, like, every day think that, okay, today I feel like maybe taking the bike, today I feel like go for a run, or do some other kind of jump rope jumping, with combining with some kettlebell, or with some strength training. The cardio and the strength is also a very good combination. So this is this is what for me is very important to kind of yes, do and think, because doing fitness should be fun in the end, not being like kind of a, oh, it's like you feel like it's a work thing, or it's dragging you, like, oh, it's like a duty that is not so fun to do, or not nice to do. And here I have myself. I'm very fond of jump roping at this moment. I don't know if you can hear the music, but this is what I'm actually practicing more at this moment. I like to practice the jump roping, and because it's a very, very good exercise, very for cardio, for your muscles, for everything, and it's super good if you can have some sets with, training with the jump rope for you for half an hour, 45 minutes. It's with the music. I normally always have my music in the ears, and then you get the energy, and you can just go on, and it's like, you feel like you are dancing also. It's like, the whole aspect of jumping, dancing, and it makes it fun, and it's a very, very good exercise. Very good. It really burns some calories. If you want to lose some weight, then definitely this jump roping is a very good thing to do. And so, just to also show you a little bit of other kinds of exercising, when I train with people, is like we try to do some. I'm trying to find out with them what kind of also fitness they like to do, and what kind of, what is their goal and purpose, and where do they want to go with their training. So I normally always take an interview first, to sit down with the client, and have a little talk about how the activity level is in their daily life, how much they are moving, and how they think of fitness and what motivates them and what kind of exercise they like to do. Like try to get into the to how what the core of what their purpose of wanting to do some extra workouts and fitness and the goal of them it is. And then after I try to make a program that can fit their goals, and keep it, also make it still in the fun way. And this can be for example, I'm very fond of kettlebell exercises, because also again you use the whole body, and there's many moves to make with the kettlebells. It's a very nice weight strength training tool to have, and you can do it everywhere. Have it at home, outside in the garden, and there's many opportunities with this kettlebell. And battle rope also is funny. This is more like you have this battle rope that is very heavy, and it's also a super good exercise because you really also use the whole body. Just to name a few, there is many, also just the dumbbells. You can have also great workouts with them. But the free weights in general are for me definitely the most usable tool to have. Also, if you're gonna do strength training, I'm not really fond of using in the fitness center to use the machines. I'm not really doing that so much anymore, and haven't been to a fitness center since the pandemic started. I have quite of just been my own personal trainer at home and training by myself, and that is also quite a nice. It's a nice feeling that you manage to actually be able to keep the consistency of having the discipline to train at home. Take this half hour every day, not every day for everybody, but every second day, every third day. But just that you have this plan in your head that you can, this week I'm gonna have this 3 days of workouts. I'm gonna take at this time, and I'm gonna do this and this and this. It's very important for people, and this is what I want, where I want to help person that cannot have this. It's hard for people to have this consistency and be doing a plan and doing the plan. To having a plan but doing the plan is two different things. So this is where I want to help these people that wants to to go maintain this goal that they have, or keep the consistency of working out, be active. And in that way, it's something that I can be and train. This is how I can do. Like now, I can train, take an online workout with them twice a week. But also, it's also their kind of goal. That is their task also to maintain to do themselves also, since I cannot be there the whole time, 24 hours. So this is like I can help them on the way, and then they have to also kind of maintain the pattern to be consistent if they really want to maintain that goal that they have. So I don't know if you have any questions, just fill me in, under the way here while I'm talking away. But I am very much, in this phase of very open to give interviews, to have an interview if people are interested in having a talk about how I can, be kept activated and do some more fitness at home, then I will happily take a interview with you in that way, where we can also have an online session for the, because I do it like these online sessions are done on WhatsApp or on Zoom, and it works also quite well. I have let me see if I can find. I have also for now I have my Instagram, so I can. This is okay. That was just to show how. But this is just to show like when we are in action. In that was when before the pandemic, when we were in the fitness center. So yeah. But how is it that I just go out of here? Let me just check here. Oh, so that was the for this and well, okay, that one. So just a second. Let me see. So yeah, so can you still see my screen? Yeah.
It's kind of doing a dance.
Yeah.
It's. Do you want to close it and open up again?
What?
Do you want to close this current slide and open it up again?
Okay. Let me see. Because I don't. I have now closed the slideshow down. Just a second. So you see me now?
Right. I see you now, but not your slides.
No, my slides, I closed them down now.
Okay.
I wanted to show you. Okay, let me see if I can then. You can share screen again. And then it's this one. Okay. So this. Okay, this is my. I have like a YouTube channel where I'm actually uploading different workouts that you can do at home, because I do a lot of workouts also without any tools. I just use the body weight, and this is you have a lot of opportunities to do some workout without. You don't need tools. You can easily make a lot of workouts without. And this is also just the start of it. I just kind of started my whole business, like business journey, fitness journey. It is fitness journey, like more. I want to take it to the next level, in professional wise. So I am now doing the whole on these platforms where I can upload videos on YouTube and on Instagram. My Instagram is this is just Mary-Lise, under Mary-Lise Kachan, my name. And then my Instagram is Kachan Fitness. Kachan's Fitness. This is my name at the moment. I have just some uploaded some exercises, and also I have recorded a live. We also have done some live session on Instagram where I have recorded my client here together. We have been doing the fitness, and then we have this is also a nice way of people just join in. So yeah, so this is like where you can, if you want to have any more information about me and get in contact with me, you are welcome to contact me through these platforms, Instagram or YouTube. Since this is what I'm using now, and until that I will have my more personal contact. I will have this very soon. This is my next level of taking it to the more personal contact instead of only online as it is. So yeah, so this for me, how I'm combining the thing with the music thing. This is for me again what it's always like, for example, with the online thing is a little bit more difficult because this is something that, you know, the combination with music I will do when I have my clients and we are training together. So this is, you know, for then we have these kind of sessions with the music and the coaching. It works very well. And I have also other ideas, you know, to combine this kind of DJ thing, you know, with the because I still, you know, DJ, and I have my radio show every month on Ibiza Global Radio Station, on Ibiza Radio, and then it's nice that I can kind of always, you know, add like a link to my mix. This is for this Stardust agency radio that I'm having these shows on, and they can always, you know, try to work out to that, or even though if they want to have something else, I am very happily to kind of, you know, guide them into another style of music if they don't like electronic music either. You know, it doesn't have to only be electronic, but for me this is what works for me, that gives me the energy of, you know, working out and doing my fitness. And it's always like the motivator for me, you know, to stay motivated and consistent in my fitness is really these two things that makes my interest of working out and keep myself in shape every day. So, but I don't know with you guys if you how you feel about all this way of how I maybe you see some in a different way. Sunita, you want to say something?
Hi, yes. Thank you so much. I think it's amazing. I mean, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and I've seen a lot of fitness instructors, but not someone who does DJ as well. I think that's awesome. My question is, at what stage in your life did you decide that, okay, fitness is going to be for me? At what stage of your
I
life?
think yeah, I think that was, you know, in the stage of where in my it was like 8 years ago, you know, where I was kind of, you know, feeling not so. I was having like kind of, you know, like maybe not a depression, but, you know, not feeling that good about myself
Okay.
and insecure also. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, kind of where I'm like, was not, I was hitting a little bit the wall and didn't know what really to do with myself, which direction am I going, you know, like,
Mhm.
and so, and then I just, the fitness kind of made me, you know, having something to hold on to, like make me, okay, this is
Nice.
a thing that you can feel happy about again. You know, I'm not
Mhm.
destroying myself. I'm
Yeah.
actually doing something that is good for myself. And that made me kind of realize that actually this is what I really like. I really like to move my body, and I like to, you know, this feeling, this
Big
energy
as
of,
well.
yeah.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then, you
That's so
know,
nice.
because it was also with the music the combination, because I don't want to leave the music, you know. And so this was
Mhm.
also like, ah, shit, I can just, you know, I go with my headphones and I go and I train, and I feel like actually I'm dancing, you know, I'm in a party,
Nice.
or, you know, like I'm having making
Yeah.
my own world of having a good time of fitness, you know, like, and that made me kind of realize, like, actually this is something that I want to continue with, because I'm only getting older, and I can see, like, you know, like I'm not the type of person that likes to see my wrinkles, and, you know, I want to keep myself in shape and look good, and as long as I can. So and I just like I just like to keep myself in shape for the rest of my life. um this is this is something that also like I want to give to other people also, the same advice. I want to give my, like the same when you are playing music, when I go out and play as a DJ for people, I want them to feel what I feel. When you know, the same joy that you can give when you are playing music out to others, you want them to feel that. And the same is with the fitness. You want to give this kind of feeling that you can have this feeling while you are training. This is something also I want to pass on to others. You know, everybody can have a fun time of doing fitness and staying active, and keeping themselves healthy, you know, and in a fun way, not in a kind of demanding and I have to do that, you know. So you just be creative a little bit, I think. Yeah. So this is why I find out that I like to be more serious with the fitness and personal training, since it's only 2 years that I took this education. I want to, you know, get more involved and more serious with this passion also. And this is why now my next level is to have my own fitness, you know, my fitness studio, and train people there. Yeah. So you will be able to reach me when I find my personal studio. You will be able to reach me there also. Yeah.
Thank you, Marie. Even Peter from Uganda just messaged saying that he has seen your videos. Look at that. Yep.
Oh,
thank you,
nice.
Peter, for sharing
Thank
that
you.
piece of information. Thank you,
Thank you
Sunita,
so
for that
much.
question.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope that inspire you also to do. And I will upload much more. This is only the start, you know. So thank you, Sunita. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You
your
will be
YouTube
kept
channel was shared.
updated.
People are subscribing. I guess we can open up for the Q&A now for Davina
Yes.
and Marie-Liz. So ladies and gentlemen, any questions for both the speakers? Feel free to raise your hand, unmute yourself.
Whatever questions you want to ask about, you are more than welcome.
Shall I get the ball rolling? Okay, Marie-Liz, maybe I'll just get the ball rolling. Now, since now you the world is smaller, all thanks to technology and Zoom. So let's say I'm sitting in Singapore today.
Yeah.
How can we hire you as our coach to conduct such classes for us, or for any individual for that matter? What's a normal package kind of thing? Is it like you have to be live, or is it recorded, or do you just record the music for us so that we just start practicing, bringing in ourselves?
I will probably do a recording of my set with the music that I will have also have combined too, and then you will be able to see it in Singapore in that way. If we cannot do it live, because live is also can be a little difficult with the music, because normally the sound when you are playing is not the best, you know. It's not 100. You want a good sound when you are training, and if this is the thing with live, that is the disadvantage with live, that is it's very hard to get good sound while you are training together. When I do it, it's the best to have your own music. In what I said, okay, I put this music, I have this music in the background, and then I have my own music playing on my speakers, and I let the client know this is the set that I'm listening to. I send the link, and the client can listen to to the set on their speakers, because then the sound is good and you're not going to interfere with the clash of when you are speaking together, and then you have to put the sound down and all that. It's really, it's very, that is a little like a bit like a little challenge there.
Okay. Thank you, Marie.
Yeah.
Over to Davina. Davina, we've got a question in the chat box from Debelina Roy. Can you please tell what personality type involves a lot of restlessness? Anything that can suit such personality?
Well, it's more it's a great question, more drawn towards wood and fire elements. We can be more than one element. And it really depends on what your routine is, what stimulants you're having in your body, how you are taking care of yourself, how are you giving yourself some movement, some activity. Where is the restlessness coming from? Is there something that's on your mind that's troubling you that you need to talk about? So I would need to really look into more detail, because it's a very general thing. We have to go deep into conversation about what it is that's really triggering that. So it's all about looking at your totality of life, how you approach it. And are you getting self-care? Are you getting enough rest, enough sleep? Are you eating, whole foods? It's all about ensuring that you don't pile your body with full of stimulants and constantly on your mobile device. I mean, it's about seeing what balance you can create. If you want to know more, we can have a chat or consultation, and I can go more in depth to help you and to find out what the source is. So yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes well together, the whole concept of how you want, if you feel good in your elements. It's all combination with the fitness and how you stay active to have a good balance in life and all these things, because you want to enjoy life also. It's not like you cannot, you cannot do any kind of things because you have to be healthy. No, it's not about that. It's, it has to keep the balance.
It's all about moderation, and life is about pleasure.
Yeah.
I love dark chocolate.
Exactly.
I love dark
Yeah.
chocolate. I love to have a glass of wine.
Mhm.
But it's, if
Yeah.
you're going to have 4 bottles of wine that night, then that's probably not really a wise idea. So it's just looking at the implications of what you're putting in your body, and
Yeah.
strike a balance.
Yeah.
And exercise is
Exactly.
imperative. Movement of body in any way is just, so you're a really
Yeah.
amazing instigator to get people moving with the music. I love the combination.
Yeah, exactly. And dance, music, all these kind of that feel good body, feel good in your body. And you can do so many levels of that with music, combination, the exercises and everything, it's
Exactly.
only about being creative.
Yeah. And I love this fact that whenever you're dancing, you can never be sad. You will always have a smile on your face. So whatever dance, whatever, put a song on and just move your body and move in your pajamas. This is something. Give that movement and love to yourself. It's such a nice feeling.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That is so true. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope we can inspire other people to do the same.
Hey, what is your main clientele, age group, male or female, that you have?
It's female.
Okay.
More. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely, I'm attracting the female vibes.
Women empowerment, I love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, guys, I can see the disappointment in you all.
Yeah.
No, but
Right.
it's
nice discussion going on. Yes, Marie?
No, but that is, what is like my kind of like my kind of fitness level is more dedicated to the female, how of the strengths, because of course guys can also do that, depends of they need maybe a little bit more, they can resist more, they can, they need another kind of fit, like a fitness plan, I would say. But of course it's not, depends on the men, of course, yeah. So it can also be, we can also be, definitely I can challenge men also to do fitness with me. What is it? I think the can is the most.
Coach Philip just teasing me.
I know. Okay.
That happens from the beginning of every session until the end. Thanks, guys. Any other further discussions or questions to be posed? Maybe if there isn't, I'll pass the mic to Megasymposium 3.0. Yes, Peter, coming soon. Arafat?
Yeah. Thank you, Davina. Thank you, Mary. So let's start to be more fit and more healthy. Because for the last 2 years, in my personal case, I have already gained almost 9 kg. So from today's session and yesterday's session, I have to change my mind and start working out. And thank you, Megastars.
Just start somewhere. If you just start somewhere, it's better than nothing. Half an hour, 20 minutes, go for a walk, jog or something. That what makes you happy and what you like to do. Not if you don't like to jog, don't do that. If you don't like to bike, don't do that. Do something else.
Yeah, we like to, but we are not starting it. That's the first step. We like everything, we like to do everything, but we don't start.
Yeah.
We had, but now we just got stuck, as yesterday Venkat told. We just got stuck right now. We have to restart and focus more on our health. That's it. And thank you, Mary. So today it was our final day for the category food, health, and fitness. Hope you all enjoyed the sessions. Thank you, Megastar coaches, and thank you everyone who listened to the past sessions. And from tomorrow, we are moving to our next final category, and that is business. Let me share you. And from tomorrow, we are moving on to a final category. It's the business from March 25th to March 30. Okay, we are having 10 coaches. Galina from Russia, Lilja from Iceland, Dr. Claire from UK, Samira from Bahrain, and Nitin representing India, Dione representing Barbados, and Karina representing Trinidad and Tobago, Lina from France, Daphne representing Pakistan, and Tanya Leba representing Mauritius. And tomorrow it's Galina representing Russia and Lilja representing Iceland. And Galina's topic will be team coaching as a response to changes in the world. And Lilja's topic will be everyone belongs to a team. How can you create your dream team? So we are moving on to a next category, business. So stay tuned. Thank you once again, Davina. Thank you, Mary. And thank you, Venkat, for all the support. So see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.